All right, good evening, everybody. This is Brian. Tonight is Tuesday, and this is September 3rd. Man, I don't know where the time went. Coming up on non-farm payroll this week. So we didn't have class last night. Last night was holiday, and so the reports came out. We've got class tonight. So what we'll be doing today is what we typically do on Monday nights, which is simply go through the daily report and go through Forex Joe's trade plan alerts and just simply show how we utilize those along with our software, and then how we utilize the reports to find our key setups that we'd want to be watching for the remainder of the week. And this is a very choppy market. We've seen things punch up, punch down. Ultimately, they tend to come back and rest kind of in the middle. You know, during this time of year, a lot of the bigger institutional guys take off. They leave juniors in charge and basically tell them, you know, don't move the market. So it whips up, it whips down, and it comes kind of back to where it started. We expect to see some big moves, maybe with non-farm payroll. Forex Joe's alluded to the fact that we might see some stuff with non-farm payroll. More than likely, we'll see the market start to pick up volume following the week following non-farm payroll. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Before we jump into the meat of things, though, let's just put up a quick disclaimer. I need to let you guys know that unique experiences and past performances do not guarantee future results. I think we all know that. We've been around here long enough to know that Forex involves risk, but I'm going to put this up for just a second and give you an opportunity to read through that, and then we'll get started with our trading day. All right, that should be long enough. So, what are we going to do? Well, first thing we like to do is pop over here. I guess there's a couple of things, but let's start with Forex Joe's alert, and we'll begin here. So everyone should have a copy of that in front of them. The Forex alert, you know, Forex Joe puts out this trade plan every day and just lets us know kind of what to watch, what's going on. He does his analysis. I'm not going to read through all of that for you. And then at the end, he provides us with a scalper's buy and a scalper's sell for a couple of different currency pairs. And he does that for the Euro USD, he does it for the Pound USD, the USD Swissy, USD Yen. Sometimes he does for fewer, sometimes he does it for more. It just really kind of depends on what's going on. He's seeing a lot more things happening and a lot more opportunity for us right now in the trading arena. So what we'll be doing initially is just simply utilizing Forex Joe's alert, and I'm going to show you how to utilize the software that comes with the program so that you can learn how to park the trades. And then we'll walk through how the software works, how we park the trades, and then after that we'll pop over to the daily report and have a look at the daily report so we can see exactly how we can utilize that daily report across 22 currency pairs to find the key levels that we'll want to watch for the entire week. So let's start here. So what I've done is I've scrolled down on the trade alert from Forex Joe, scrolled down near to the bottom, and we're here on the Euro USD. And on the Euro USD, we're able to see that we have a scalper's buy and a scalper's sell. So Forex Joe always puts both in for us. We don't know what the market's going to do. We don't want to speculate or you know, get tied to any one direction. That's where we start making mistakes and leave ourselves open. And so if we're going to be parking trades, we're not live in the market, we want to be able to watch both buys and sells so that we can capitalize either way the market goes. So what he's letting us do here is we're seeing we have a buy at 31.79 and we have a sell at 31.54. And he lets us know, you know, if we're gonna just kind of park this, we want to take profit quickly. On these scalpers trades, we're just looking to simply capitalize on the market momentum and grab a few pips before it, you know, breaks back one way or the other. So then if it keeps going, fabulous. That's great. So what we're going to do is we have that documented. So what we'll do is we'll pop over here, and I have open my chart trader software. That's our pending order software. So you might just, you know, pop and you might see pending order pro. We might have the FTT pending order. Either way, you select your pending order software, and what we're going to do is we utilize these red and green lines that are on your charts. And so what we're going to do here is we'll move our lines to where we need them to activate our buys and our sells. So we have a buy at 31.79. So what we'll do is we simply grab this green line, we move that down to 31.79, and you can eyeball it like I do. You know, I'm not too worried about being exactly on the number, but if you want to be on the number, you can. But you simply move that down to your entry point, and then you move your green lines, which are take profit lines, to the next levels that you'd like to have them at. Now, if you get confused or you wonder which number is which or which line is which, you can simply hover over it, and it'll tell you, you know, TP1, TP2, and then it tells you where that line has been placed. Now Forex Joe recommended about 5 pips for take profit 1. So let me get this out of the way here. And we'll move over here, take profit 1. We'll get take profit 2 situated, and then we need to grab our stop loss as well. Let's see where that might be. Here it is. Sometimes they're hiding out. Sometimes these lines like to hide on us. And once we get that set, we can simply move to buy. And what it'll do is it'll take just a second for the market to tick over, and then we'll have a buy order entered there and pending. So what happened here? Move to buy. There it goes. So now we have a buy order pending, waiting for the market to move there. We keep our stop loss fairly tight as per the instructions, so you don't want to risk, you know, any more than 5 pips to gain 5 pips. And there we are. The next thing we'll do is we'll park our sell order, which is at 31.54. So we simply grab that, move that down. It was actually just about right on it. And if you want to be exactly on the number, what you can do is, by the way, you can select that line, and then you can right-click it and go to Trendline Properties. And if you want to be right on the number, you go to Parameters, and you can actually just simply type in 31.54 and 31.54, and then voila, that order is parked, and it's or not order. I'm sorry. It's right at the number you chose, and then we can move our take profit levels in, take profit 1 and take profit 2. And once those are set where we want them, we would simply move to sell, and voila, that should be on as well. Now you can just set and we'll do this again on the pound. You could just simply, you know, move to buy and sell and set them both simultaneously if you'd like. So sometimes this time of night it takes a little bit longer for it to there it goes, for it to click in and really get going for us. So there we have it. Now let's do this one more time on the pound, and then we'll talk about the experience trades that Forex Show gives to us, and from there we can go into the daily report and show how we utilize that for setting up our entire week of trading. So let's do this one more time on the pound. Pound USD, what we have here on the report, going over to Forex Show's alert. Scrolling down. We have a scalper's buy at 55.61, and we have a scalper's sell at 55.32. We're actually right there. So this this buy order may not trigger for us since we're parked right on top of it. It may not let us park that order, but we can go ahead and get these in. So let's go ahead and move this. We've got our get my sell lines down here. So we've got 55.32 for our sell order. So we're going to grab our red lines, red for sell, red for going down, and 55.32 right about there. You can hover over it, or you can watch here to the right-hand side to see where you are. And we've got take profit 1 set. It's about 5 pips. We're going to move our stop loss down to be about 5 pips as well. And then for take profit 2, we'll get that one set down here. And our buy order, sometimes, by the way, you notice that these lines were off the screen. If they're off the screen and you can't find them, just simply, you can click and drag your price bar to show you some more real estate to the top or the bottom from there. So so let's go ahead and move this down. We've got a scalper's buy at 55.61, which is right here. Take profit 1, take profit 2, and we keep our risk pretty tight as well. And then we can just simply click move to buy and sell, and we can park those simultaneously. Now it may not let me park that buy since we're so close to it. Let's just see. Oops. Sorry about that. There we go. So both of those pending orders are there, ready to rock and roll. So those are on, and that's how we would park the orders utilizing the software under current market conditions, and utilizing Forex Joe's report rather. So those are parked, ready to go, ready for us to utilize. Now, the next thing up is we have Forex Joe's. Forex Joe provides us with some experienced trader moves. Now, these are best done if we are live in the marketplace. So, best to utilize these if we're actually trading live, we're watching the market live, because what he's letting us do, he's saying let the pair move to 32.10, 32.15, and then reverse selling 31.99. So for the pound USD, or for the euro USD, Forex Joe is expecting this to move maybe all the way up to here, this 32.15 range, before it reverses, and then we would sell 31.99, 3200 as a potential resistance point up there. Now that's great, but if you're parking the order this time of night, what you would really have to realize is you'd have to be comfortable parking, and this isn't too bad. This is only 15 pips. A lot of times we see this range to be 30 to 40 pips. So we just have to be comfortable if we're going to park an order at 31.99. We have to be comfortable with the potential for that trade to go against us by whatever this number is. Now tonight it's kind of a bad example because it's only 15 pips. But a lot of times if this happened to be 30 or 40 pips, you might want to either reconsider taking that trade or think through potentially doing that at a time when you can actually monitor it live. But what we would do if you wanted to park that, you would simply do the same thing we did here. You would have to open a new chart. We're not able to park multiple buys on the same chart, so we'd have to open a new instance of Chart Trader on a new chart, and then from there we would be able to open up our experience trade here, parking a sell at 31.99, and then having our stop loss hidden, somewhere past this 32.15 area, and then we want to take profit 1 at 25 pips or so, take profit 2 at 50 pips. So that's where Forex Joe would be looking for his experience trades. Now, with that said, the next thing we can do, and we talk more about live market conditions and utilizing this daily report to actually enter trades right now, and we do that when we're trading live in the mornings. At this time at night and first part of my week, what I normally like to do is I utilize this daily report, and I go through and just simply look for the key channels where price would potentially stop or stall as we trade. So when I say key channels, what I'm looking for there is I use this report and I look for where I'm seeing alignment at a 2 of 3 or a 3 of 3 level. So on the daily, or the short term, the weekly, the midterm, and the monthly, the long term, I'm looking for all 3 of those channels to line up at a specific number. And when I see that, that's giving me an indication that that level is going to be very, very strong for support or resistance. So when we see price move there, if we're trading above it and price moves down there, then I'm really looking to sell, or I'm sorry, to buy off of that and get a bounce. If price is trading below it and it moves up, then I'd want to sell off of that for potential reversal points. If price happens to break through there, those are levels that we're typically going to see again and again throughout the week or so, because ultimately when you have a very, very strong level like that, it's retested multiple times before price finally breaks one direction or the other. Now, not always. There's absolutely no definites when it comes to trading, but a lot of times you're going to see it retested multiple times before it moves on. So what we'll do is we simply move through here and we look for alignment. So we do see a 2 of 3 channel here on the Euro USD. It's up there at 33.29. So if we did push through and break up into this 3,300 area, we'd really be watching 33.29 for a potential reversal point. For right now, they're quite a ways away. So, you know, our channel top is 31.83. We'd probably want to watch that 31.99 area, 3,200. Those whole numbers are typically going to be great spots for us to look for potential reversals. Scrolling on down, no alignment here to the top. We do see 50.79 down here on the pound. We're quite a ways away from there, but just you know, channel bottom. We had seen this in play earlier this year, and price really respected that level. But as far as our near term, I'm not seeing anything where we're lining up on that pound USD. So we just simply scroll through here and keep looking for alignment, you know, price that's near us. Here we have the USD Swissy. Forex Joe had a trade today on that, so you know, go back, read your report, and you'd be able to find some trades for the USD Swissy. We do see some alignment up here at 34.67. That's not real far away. It's only you know, 100 pips or so from where we're currently trading. So we could potentially see this definitely setting up for us if we break through this channel top here at 93.94. Then 94.67 would be a great spot to look for potential reversals. Scrolling on down, what else do we see here? 99.67 US yen. 99.67. We saw that well respected today. US yen moved right to 99.67 during the Asian session, repelled off, came back, poked through it, repelled off, came back right now with the open of this session, and repelled off of 99.67. So that's been a very strong number, very, very strong level of resistance for us right there. So you know, keep that in mind. Keep an eye on 99.67. If price breaks it, chances are it'll come back to it at some point. But this is a very, very strong channel top for us here on the US yen. So 99.67, this would be a great spot for us to look for you know, potential area for a sell. If we push back up and get to there, if it breaks through it, we would expect it to come back at some point. But you know, here we are, 99.67, great spot of resistance on this US yen. What else do we have? Let's pop back over here to our report. So if you're trading this live, you know, watch 99.67. You could even, you know, depending on what your trading strategy is, if you're looking for longer term moves, great spot to park an order and let that you know, let that wait to be filled and see if we can get back up there. All right, what else do we have? What else is here? US CAD, nothing lining up. Aussie, here we have on the Aussie USD. Now we've got some Aussie news later, so just be aware of that. You know, if you are going to trade the Aussie, you might wait. We've got a red report coming up here in about hour. Wow, I wonder what's going on there in the yen. Nothing. There's no news, but certainly is a mover, isn't it? So anyway, we've got Aussie news coming up here in about an hour and a little over an hour. So just keep in mind, if you're going to trade that, you might wait for post news. Anytime you see a red report, you don't necessarily want to get right in front of it. We're an hour out, so there might be enough time to get there, but I would probably still steer clear of that and wait for news to occur before I place the trade. All right, so but watch that 90.88 on that Aussie USD. $90.88. It's a little bit higher here, and if we push up there, great spot to look for a potential reversal. It is a 3 of 3 channel top, so if price does push to that level, great spot to look for reversal. But again, I'd wait for post news. I mean, if it pushes through there on news and pushes through with a lot of momentum, then you might look to buy off of that. It really depends on what happens with that news that's coming up later on. But right now, if it was a non-news day, I'd feel great about parking a sell order up there, because as under normal trading conditions, price floats up, you see it hit that 3 of 3 channel, and that's a great spot to watch for reversals. Here on the New Zealand USD, again, 77.42. I don't trade that pair, but great spot to look for potential reversal off of a channel bottom. So you can see how this report is great. And what I like to do a lot of times on these is I actually go through and you can park. I say park. You can put down your lines here, and a lot of times I even color code it different. I like to use a purple line so I don't get confused with the the ask up there. But when I see a 3 of 3 channel, I'm going to put it on my chart and use that to trade throughout the week. What I'll do is I'll get it lined up where I want it to be, and then go to line properties, and I even will change that just to something to make it really stand out to me, so we know that that's a significant level if price moves up there. So that's a great channel top here at 90.88. We could do the same thing here on the yen at this 99.67, just to make it very, very clear that this is a significant level that we're going to be watching and looking to take trades off of if price happens to push up there. So just to make sure you've got the weight with it, you're able to put that on there and keep your eye out on that trade. So I mean, again, you can scroll through. I'm not going to go through all 22 currency pairs, but pretty darn easy. Scroll through and put them on your charts. Make sure you're watching those areas. You'll see these tested over and over and over. This 99.67 was a huge reversal point for us earlier in the year before we finally broke through and pushed onto that 103.5 area on that U.S. yen. And it's standing up again just over the last 2 nights to be a significant level for us to play off of. So just keep that in mind. Now again, what we're practicing here is your standard support resistance trading. So if price does break through that level, then what you'd want it to do is you want it to break through and give you a candle confirming direction, and then you would buy it on a retest if it breaks through there. But for right now, we've seen this holding up as a great level of resistance over and over and over before it breaks. So this time of year when we're seeing oscillating markets, you want to keep playing that same level. You're going to be wrong eventually, but you can really load up a lot of pips by continuing to sell off of these key levels as they come up, or buy, depending on if it's a top or a bottom on your daily report. So that's what we do. That's how we utilize this to set up for the week. Now tomorrow in the morning, we'll be back. We have our morning class at, I want to say it's 9 a.m. Just pop over here and have a look real quick. Pretty sure it's 9 a.m. tomorrow. And we'll be actually trading live in the market. And what we do is we take these same levels and then we compress using our support and resistance numbers here. We compress these channels and look for where price currently is, and then we utilize this to place our buys or our sells. So if you happen to be utilizing this and you're trading at night, you're trading maybe during Tokyo or London, what you would do is you would take these same levels, you're going to mark your channel and look for your 3 of 3 channels, your channel top, your channel bottom, and then we're going to utilize our support and resistance numbers and put those on the chart as well, so we know where we want to place our buys or our sells under current market conditions. And we'll get into that pretty in depth in our class tomorrow as we move through this. I really trade, most of my live trading is during that London and U.S. overlap. So that's the time I'm most comfortable placing trades and utilizing this report to show you how to do that. So ultimately tonight we've accomplished our goals. We've gone through the daily report, showed how we utilize this to find our key levels for the week. We've showed you how to park trades utilizing Chart Trader, and we've talked through how to place trades utilizing Forex Joe's trade alerts, trade plan alerts. So are there any questions? I'll give you just a second to type those in, and if not, then we'll go ahead and wrap it up and look forward to seeing you guys back here in the morning as we go through and actually find some trades we can take live under as the market's currently moving. What are we doing tomorrow, by the way? Tomorrow is the 4th. Yeah, lots of news coming up. Trade balance, and then Canadian news at 10. That'll probably impact the USD. So a lot of news this week. The big news, though, is non-farm payroll on Friday. So we'll keep our our eyes out for that. And even if non-farm payroll is kind of lackluster, I would expect the markets to begin picking up that following Monday and into the rest of September. We'll start seeing some momentum come back and definitely get our average daily ranges back to what they normally are. We've been really, the ranges have been kind of cut down in half almost of what they normally would move. So it'll be nice to see that come back so we can start stacking up pips again for us. So anyway, don't see any questions coming in, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. It's a quick session. Typically they are on Monday nights, tonight, Tuesday night. Typically these sessions are nice and quick, in the door, out the door. So I will see you guys back here in the morning. Have a great night, and we will talk to you soon.